CHAMPS is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. State Champs is also working in partnership with the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Hello and welcome to another edition of State Champs. We're presented by the awesome individuals who train the leaders of tomorrow at Lawrence Technological University. I'm Jenna Skelski.
And I'm Lauren Plant. Football sectional semifinals weekend, huh? How about a show packed with high school pigskin? At least 10 games coming at you from all over the Hoosier State. Doesn't get any better.
We know the boys and girls soccer state championships took place this weekend, and we are putting together an amazing program packed with extra long highlights and interviews and more. The Soccer State Finals show will premiere online Thursday, November 7th at statechampsnetwork.com and the State Champs Indiana YouTube and Facebook page.
That's right, and we've got a packed show, so let's get going.
I'm Kevin Trozinski, and let's get these highlights started off with South Adams Starfighters hosted the Golden Bears out of Monroe Central. Summer has gone. The cold air has found its way into the Hoosier State, but Christian Somerset takes this one into the end zone to give the Starfighters the first score of the game. South Adams with the 7-0 lead with 3 minutes to go in the first. Still, in the first, a trick play for the Bears cooking up. Jackson Olam hands off to Sam Fila, who then reverses it to Luke Jones, the freshman, with the nice toss to Logan Patterson, and the senior breaks the tackle and he goes on in for the score. MC went for two and failed, down by a digit, 7-6. But it was all South Adams in this one. Junior quarterback James Arnold slips the rock over to a familiar face, Christian Somerset, straddles the sideline and he is gone. South Adams comes out on top as the Starfighters defeat Monroe Central 28-6, the final.
I'm Glenn Marini from the Fort Wayne area, where the biggest game of the night was 6A Sectional 3 action, a rematch of a Week 2 game where the 11th-ranked Panthers of Snyder beat Carroll by 1 point. Second quarter, Carroll sophomore Jeffrey Becker scrambling, and Jeffrey Becker finding Tyler Morrison for the touchdown, and Carroll led this one 28-10 at the half. Snyder will not go quietly into that good night. The Panthers, Lenny Bennett, 55 yards. He goes double nickel as two quick Snyder touchdowns made it a 28-24 ball game. Undaunted, Becker at it again. He drops it into who else but Morrison. 35-24 Chargers in the lead, but more in the third. It's Bennett doing what he does. He cuts into that Chargers lead, 35-31 now. But Becker, too much. He finds Mason Englert. Becker with 5 touchdowns through the air in this one as Carroll wins and gets a bit of redemption. 42-31, Carroll over the Snyder Panthers. 5A Sectional 11, Bishop Dwenger won state last season, but that was in 4A. This time the Saints in 5A and facing Northside. Second quarter, 13-7 Saints. Patrick Finlay, his nickname is the Human Cheetah, and the kid was spot on. 54 yards from the senior, and the Saints take a 21-7 lead. Northside's D up to the challenge. Austin Chapman with the interception, and the linebacker, when you get a pick at Chambers Field, you get the turnover chain. Ensuing drive, Deuce Taylor finding Jordan Turner for the touchdown. It was just a 21-14 Dwenger lead at half, but the Saints march on to win it 35-22 over Northside. 4A Sectional 20, New Haven hosting a Marion program that made it to semi-state last year. Giants came in ranked 7th in the state in 4A. First quarter, Marion's Khalid Stamps up the gut for a 19-yard touchdown scamper, and Marion out early 7-zip. Now 10-0 Marion in the third quarter. New Haven with a trick up their sleeve. Jakar Williams to Jamar Hutchins, who heaves it to Najee Fields-Lewis for the touchdown, and that would cut Marion's lead to 10-6. But Marion's D would step up when it had to. This is J.K. Thomas, and Thomas is gone. The interception to the house as Marion is moving on. They beat New Haven at John Young Stadium 27-12.
Good game, guys. Shake hands, all right?
3A Sectional 26, 4th-ranked Mishawaka Marion at number 7 West Noble. The West Noble Chargers coming in undefeated, and after a West Noble pick gave the Chargers good field position early. Brandon Pruitt, who played college football at Navy, with a touchdown there. West Noble up 7-zip, less than 3 minutes in. Still in the first quarter, another senior Josh Gross for West Noble stepping up and stepping through the defense. 14-0 West Noble on the 57-yard touchdown by Gross. But it's simply not going to be your night when other teams are making plays like this. Mishawaka Marion's Maddox Begonia to the end zone, ball batted. Mitchell Florin is there. What a play as Mishawaka Marion rolls after that to hand West Noble its first and only loss of the season, 42-20. 2A Sectional 35, Bishop Luers at Eastside. Luers with 11 state titles in the trophy case, all came in 2A. Carter Drake of Luers with his second field goal of the night to give Luers a 6-zip lead at the half. But in the third quarter, the momentum shifts right here. Carson Evers, the pick, and he would go all the way back for 6. That would tie the game at 6 apiece, and Eastside feeling good. More Eastside defense in the fourth quarter. It's Dylan Breedmeyer with the interception as Eastside would take advantage on the ensuing drive. Wade Miller with a 52-yard touchdown reception. That's your game winner as Eastside shocks Bishop Luers 13-6. 1A Sectional 44, a Wabash County rivalry. Undefeated Southwood at the Northfield Norse. Knights beat the Norse by 14 in the regular season, but in the first quarter, 4th and goal from the 2, they gambled, they get it. Graydon Holmes plows in for the touchdown, and Northfield stakes itself to an early 7-zip lead. Still in the first, Southwood's Alex Farr to Carson Rich. This pitch and catch gives the Knights a 1st and goal at the 9. Same drive, same combo. Farr to Rich as Rich cashes in, but that'd be Southwood's only score of the night as Northfield shocks third-ranked and previously undefeated Southwood 14-6 the final.
I've always been really good at math and science, and I knew I wanted to work in healthcare, but not as a doctor. So I chose Lawrence Tech's biomedical engineering program. I've pushed myself to take internships, like this one, at a hospital in an orthopedic research lab. Thanks to Lawrence Tech's unique, hands-on style of education, I'm graduating with a published research paper and a job. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Since the dawn of man, storytelling has been the most effective and engaging means of communication. Whether gathered around the warm glow of a fireplace or the family television set, a compelling story has always moved people to action. At Yellow Flag Productions, the Emmy-winning storytellers behind our television programs are now helping clients create content that emphasizes their people and passions. Let us tell your story and share it with the world.
This is Alan True from 24/7 Sports with this week's State Champs Recruit Report. And one of Indiana's juniors has picked up his first offer. Vinny Fiacable from Fort Wayne Bishop Dwenger was offered by Ball State on a visit last weekend. Fiacable is a 6'3", 280-pound junior who is playing left tackle for Dwenger, but could play guard, center, maybe even defensive tackle at the next level. But has a nasty streak, is athletic, and so we figure more schools than the Cardinals are about to jump in. Keeping it at Dwenger, one of the players that Fiacable has been opening up holes for is senior running back Patrick Finlay, whose outstanding season has drawn more schools his way. He picked up a preferred walk-on offer from the Indiana Hoosiers early in October. That's to go along with offers from Valparaiso and Morehead State. He's also taken a number of game day visits to interested schools this year, including Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan, Cincinnati, and Ball State. Another junior in the state to watch out for is South Bend Adams' Sidney Jeffries, a two-way player who excels at defensive back, wide receiver, and has even contributed on special teams this year. Jeffries does not have any offers yet, but a lot of colleges are beginning to look at him more closely. That includes Indiana and Cincinnati, but also Purdue, who he's scheduled to take a visit for when the Boilers take on Nebraska. For this week's State Champs Recruit Report, I'm Alan True.
I'm Grant Pugh reporting. It's Terre Haute South on the road at Indy Cathedral. Cathedral already up 31-0 late in the first half. Junior running back Jake Landon breaks away, takes this one to the house, makes it a 38-0 game at halftime. But how about Terre Haute South coming up big in the second half? Here they go for it on 4th and 1. Senior Allen Hare passes the 1,000-yard rushing mark on the season, gets the extra mile and the touchdown. That's the Braves' first score of the game. They would score once more, but their season ends in Indy. Cathedral gets the win 38-14, the final. How about Terre Haute North on the road at last year's state runner-up Decatur Central? Patriots come out. Not good. Play action fools the camera here. Going deep, Decatur Central does. Matt Cook wide open. That's a touchdown, 7-0 in favor of the home team. Patriots then turn this pass to Josh Humphrey here, bouncing off some tacklers. Finally would be gang tackled. This drive would sputter, though. No points for Terre Haute North. The Hawks would cash it in. Moments later, Kenny Tracy in for a short rushing touchdown. Decatur Central gets the big win against Terre Haute North, 49-0, the final. How about West Vigo on the road facing off with Danville? Dane Andrews ready to go, and Dane is accurate. Finds Caleb Hannas here with a spin move, picks up a first down. Same drive, they also get the running game going. Gabe McAllister, he turns the corner. Nice run there for number 33. This is how West Vigo gets on the board. Ethan Burgess with a tackle in the end zone for a safety. Nice job of the Vikings defense there. But the Warriors are just too good, especially at home. Chandler Schubert fights his way near the goal line, gets in for the touchdown. Danville gets the big win against West Vigo. They end their season 48-9, the final in Indy. How about North Vermillion on the road at South Putnam? The Eagles go to work in the second half. Riley Stone to Kane Gregory. South Putnam picks up their first down of the half. Let's stick with that theme, only a little bigger this time. How about a throw and catch there? The Eagles score on the drive, makes it 21-13. North Vermillion still out in front. But the North Vermillion defense rises up to the challenge. Wyatt Reynolds with a big interception there for the Falcon defense. If some Reynolds is good, then more is better. Brennan Ellis, what a pretty throw to Wyatt, and North Vermillion set up at the 21-yard line. They finish the drive with Ellis easy into the end zone, 27-13 Falcons. They advance to the sectional championship game next week. How about Park Heritage hosting Attica? The Wolves come out strong. Logan White connecting to Noble Johnson for an 8-yard touchdown pass. Park trying to extend their lead, and they do. It's 8-0. The White's pass will be picked off by John Britt. That sets up the Ramblers at the 9-yard line. A few plays later on 4th down, Eli Kirkpatrick finds Seth Hartman, and the Ramblers get it right back. Second quarter action, White hands it off to Seth Bollinger. He takes it 7 yards down the middle. The Wolves howling again. That is a touchdown for Park Heritage. Attica not giving up, though. Kirkpatrick finds John Britt in the end zone. Ramblers hanging in there, but in the end, the Wolves just too strong at home. They get the big win against Attica, 44-26, the final. South Vermillion hosting Cascade in the semis. First quarter, Cadets on the move. It's running back Jason Mantooth with an 8-yard touchdown run. It's 10-7. Cascade leads it over South V. Second quarter, Dylan Kotkamp connects with Dane Du Bois. Down the sideline he goes. He is pushed out of bounds. A little just steps out before scoring the touchdown later in this drive. Kotkamp hooks up with A.J. Sanders for a 14-yard touchdown pass. Cadets lead it 17-7. Here come the Wildcats, though. Anthony Garzolini hooks up with Peyton Hawkins for a 40-yard completion. A big first down for South Vermillion. Then Mason Holland caps off this drive from 5 yards out. Touchdown Wildcats. They trail it 17-14. And right before half, the Cats get the ball back. Garzolini hooks up with Eli Royal for a 19-yard touchdown pass. Check out the footwork. South V regains the lead 21-17. They score 17 unanswered to get the big win, 41-38. Your final.
Postseason is here. The weather told us that last week. The level of play told us that as well. It is State Champs Indiana Extra Point. Greg Rakestraw and Bob Stambazzi with you. 1A through 4A guys started last week. For the most part, 5A and 6A kick off this Friday night. There are 3 matchups featuring ranked teams in 6A alone, and that's just the start of the great games across the state of Indiana. We'll talk about them for you next week, right here on State Champs Indiana Extra Point.
I chose Lawrence Tech for the architecture program and volleyball team. Architecture is a great fit for me because I love math and design. Now I combine them with technology to create beautiful structures. At Lawrence Tech, I didn't have to wait until my third year to start designing. Our hands-on education begins right from day one. And I'm really excited about LTU's Design Center in Detroit. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
I'm on the Blue Devil football team, and that's a great place to be, because other colleges wouldn't let me be both a football player and a nursing student. And just because I'm a dog on the field doesn't mean I can't take care of people. And man, do I love people. The small class size at LTU give me awesome access to my nursing professors. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
I'm John Rawlings from the Evansville area, and we begin in the 5A class with Castle against Bloomington North, and the Knights wasted no time with some trickery. The fake punt is good for a first down, and the Knights continue to march down the field. The handoff is to Connor McIntyre, stiff-arming one before he steps out of bounds. Castle continues to drive. Cameron Tilley fakes the handoff this time, then finds Colin Schneider. Castle knots things up at 14 in the third quarter. Now the defense needs to stop. Cougars wanting the long ball, but Mason Alstock has other ideas. A big-time INT for the Knights. Castle goes on to win in overtime, 28-21. Staying in 5A, North is hungry for more, as a win would not only mark the Huskies' first postseason win since 2007, but it would also mark their first winning season since the same year. Trailing 14-0 in the first, Huskies looking for answers. Ethan Brody hits Dylan McKinney, and the senior takes care of the rest. North draws within 7, but that's as close as they would get. North falls 49-20. Moving down to 4A, the defending sectional champs of Central are on the road to take on Jasper. Wildcats' opening drive ends with a 3-and-out, but Central sets the tone early with a blocked punt that rolls out at the 21 of the Wildcats, and the Bears would cash in quickly. Collins Turner flips a pass over to Trajan Evans. He cruises in to begin a big first half for him, 7-0 Central. Next Bears possession, Turner decides to play the long ball. It's a beautifully thrown pass that goes right into the hands of Evans. He takes it the rest of the way, 14-0 Bears. Trajan's night isn't finished either. Midway through the second quarter, Turner has Evans open once more. Central advances to the sectional title game, 27-16. The other side of the bracket featured Memorial in Boonville, the Tigers searching for their first championship berth in a 4A sectional. On the first drive of the game, Colton Pence rolls right and gives a little pump fake, fooling our cameraman for a second, then launches an absolute moonshot down the field to Finn McCool. Tigers inside the red zone. A few plays later, Pence pitches out to sophomore Josh Russell. He blazes a trail over a couple Pioneers to pay dirt. Tigers go up 7-0. Ensuing possession from Boonville, Pioneers looking for answers, but the Tigers' defense was stout. Drew Weinzaffel and Brock Combs take down the quarterback to force a Boonville punt. Next drive for the Tigers, Pence finds Dawson Hurley, who evades the tackler, and with some excellent blocks downfield from his teammates, he runs it all the way down to the 4-yard line. A few plays later, they spot Pence for Allen Michael Steptoe. He runs it down to the 1-foot line, and on the very next play, Pence comes back in and pitches it straight to Russell, who goes in untouched. Memorial goes on to win 33-13. They will meet Central next Friday. Now we dip into the 2A class. Mater Dei and Linton Stockton tangle once again in a rematch of last year's sectional semi. Very first play of the game, Kyle Davidson gets a hand on the pass, and Nolan Knight takes care of the rest. Mater Dei jumps ahead 7-0 in the first 8 seconds, and the defense wasn't done yet. Ensuing drive, James Ralph punches the ball out. Wyatt Adler jumps on it. Mater Dei dominating early, and they never let up. A series later, Cole Hoppy fakes the handoff and heads to the far sideline. Scampering in from 10 yards out, it's 14-0 Mater Dei after 1. Start of the second, it's time for the special teams to make an appearance on these highlights. Luke Kassenbrock comes toward the near sideline, cuts back across the middle, picks up a block from Ryan Taylor, and he has nothing but green in front of him. Wildcats go up 21-0. On the next series, it's number 22, John McGrew finding pay dirt. Wildcats jumping on every opportunity they see, and speaking of that, moments later, the defense scores again. Davidson making his presence known tonight as he blocks the punt and forces a safety. Mater Dei rolls 44-20. The other side of the bracket features Forest Park against North Knox, the Rangers trailing in most of this one, so the defense had a lot on their plate. Tristan Wire gets the sack here, but the Warriors are just too much. Holtman Dotes takes it in for 6. North Knox wins 25-0. And we finish in single A ball, Perry Central looking to punch their ticket to their first sectional title game since 2013. First quarter, Cameron Etienne flips the field with this long run into T-Bird's territory. However, North Central comes up with a pick later to end the drive. Next possession, North Central trying to rally, but the pitch is mishandled. Commodores recover on the North Central goal line, and the visitors take advantage. Next play for Perry Central, Cameron Bland keeps the snap and finds Pater as the Commodores punch this one in. Perry Central wins 42-12.
Time now to take a look inside Lawrence Technological University. Fresh off of a busy summer, one of LTU's finest came into the studio to discuss what he was up to over the break.
Over the past couple of years, I've been able to work with a website called DetroitSportsMedia.com, and I work with them as an on-camera reporter. So this summer, I did some work with the Tigers, and I had the opportunity to do an interview with Daniel Norris, one of their pitchers, and he's just such an incredible, wide-ranging personality. So it was some good exposure and an excellent experience when it comes to interviewing.
While thriving with the Detroit Sports Media Group, Jason has also had his hands full going above and beyond as the voice of LTU athletics.
So Lawrence Tech has been certainly a vital part of my career so far. At a young age, they've allowed me to get repetitions doing up to 8 different sports. We do mostly TV broadcasts here, and they allow me to work on my play-by-play, which again is what I want to do more than anything in my life. I just love the rush of it, love the thrill of it. It's almost indescribable. I love to study it. It's like an art form. Again, we do TV play-by-play here, so I kind of consider that to be like the score to a movie. You know, you think of a movie, and it's really, you see the pictures, but it's the sound that makes it come alive. Lawrence Tech gives me an incredible platform to be able to work on my passion.
Here's a taste of what you might be listening to in the near future on call for Detroit Professional Sports.
Back to punt here, Rachi. And here is Higdon, looking for room, burst up speed, slips another, highlight reel. Come on, Higdon.
For more information, go to LTUathletics.com and tune into all of their live-streamed home games to hear Jason Ross Jr. on the call.
I admit it. I love working with money, negotiating, and making big decisions. That's why I'm majoring in finance and economics at Lawrence Tech. What's truly amazing about the education here is the small class sizes that give me easy access to my professors who truly care about my future. They even helped me get a great internship. And I was able to fulfill my lifelong dream of playing college golf. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Since the dawn of man, storytelling has been the most effective and engaging means of communication. Whether gathered around the warm glow of a fireplace or the family television set, a compelling story has always moved people to action. At Yellow Flag Productions, the Emmy-winning storytellers behind our television programs are now helping clients create content that emphasizes their people and passions. Let us tell your story and share it with the world.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Welcome back to State Champs. Ring the bell, main event time on the program, and we were fired up for this one between the defending champs, Warren Central, and North Central. The Week 4 matchup had the Warriors getting the dub 28-7, but that was the regular season. Anything can happen in the playoffs. Let's find out how this one turned out. One of the best matchups in the state. Number 7 Warren Central taking on number 9 North Central. Warren Central won the regular season matchup 28-7, holds a 30-game winning streak in this series. This one was anybody's ball game. The Warriors defense set the tone with a fumble recovery on North Central's first drive. Warren Central senior QB Kobe Moore going to cash it in. 6-yard score, Warriors on top 7-0. 2 minutes left in the first now. WC turning it over to the right leg of Joe Jackson. The junior notches it through. Warriors took a 10-0 lead into the locker room. Next, biggest play of the game. Opening of the third quarter. Elijah Price flips to Randy Wells Jr. The senior does the rest, putting on the Jets. One more defender to beat. See ya! Warriors with a big battle cry up 17-0. But the Panthers started a late rally under 4 minutes to go. Scott Hoyd going to need to get all of this one if he intends to get it through. He does. Deficit down to 14. Just over a minute left in the game. North Central driving, looking to convert on 4th and goal. Saeed Festool drifts back, floats one up for Richard Hamilton, who hauls it in. It would just be too little, too late, as Warren Central hangs on to take it 17-10.
Time now for the State Champs Clip of the Week, and we stay at the main event. Our friend Greg Rakestraw from the ISC Sports Network on the call.
Boyg's kick fielded by Price. A little razzle-dazzle. Handoff goes to Wells. Wells turns upfield. Wells has a seam. Wells runs by a tackler. Can Hoig steer him out of bounds? No! Wells stays in bounds. Touchdown, Warren Central. No flags on the play. It's 16-0. 14 seconds into the half.
So that's our show, and we always thank you for watching.
We'll be doing this all school year long, sectional championships next week. It's going to be epic.
Absolutely, we will see you then. State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. State Champs is also working in partnership with the Indiana High School Athletic Association.